Hey guys, it's your girl Tower Crush back with another review, and this time it is for P Valley on Showtime. P Valley on Showtime. P Valley on Showtime. P Valley on Showtime. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support so much, but I want to get right into this because I'm sorry, but I was in Kentucky for a month, for those who don't know, awaiting the arrival of my grandchild, my very first grandchild. Now I have a grandson, so call me Granny T. Well, I was there and I didn't record any videos the entire time I was there, so I got far behind, but I'm not going to do you know how I do. I'm just going to tell you what I think about this episode, and if I happen to go into the old episodes, so be it. Okay, so okay. And then last week, I was back last week, but the show wasn't back. So that show's finally back, so there's that. So P Valley, one of my favorite shows ever. Well, it's up there. Well, okay, so this episode, last episode, we saw Terica rush to Mercedes' house and basically give her a pregnancy test that said she was pregnant. And Mercedes looking dumbfounded, confused, sad, confused, dumbfounded, sad, confused. And so that was their cliffhanger. And then, Lil Murder lost his friend that was locked up. He did himself in and right in front of Lil Murder. And Lil Murder wasn't ready for it. He wasn't prepared for it. And honestly, I was kind of shocked at their relationship, because in the beginning, I thought they was just homies, and like maybe dude was just a homie that, knew about Lil Murder and was protective of him because that was his homie. I didn't know that they was actually doing the oochie coochie and stuff. So they kind of threw me off a little bit, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we do know Lil Murder's character, right? Right. So, that was just kind of different and weird to me. The way Wody took out the manager was weird to me. It was like, dang, he literally gave him fentanyl as cocaine, but took a line of the cocaine like he took a line of the fentanyl. It's like, bro, you was too high. You didn't see where that line came from? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. He was very, very careful. So, I don't know. It just seems everything came to a head like really, really fast. So with Lil Murder's friend killing himself, that led him to Clifford's house. And Clifford, is there with his grandmother, who has been sick, coughing. They are in the beginning of the pandemic on the show. So, she's basically, I think she's got COVID. They hadn't said it last week, but it made it clear this week, right? So that's how Lil Murder wound up getting over there. And we also saw that, dang, he never takes a break off of her face. Like, Chrisean always has bruises, black eyes, scratches, always, constantly on her face, like always, like he never takes a day off. She can't say anything without him putting his hands on her. And honestly, I'm kind of tired of seeing the dynamic, and I'm praying that she finds the strength to use the gun. I mean, because I think that's the only thing that's going to keep this guy, you know what I'm saying, away from her. Because if you think about the fact that his parents have a lot of money, and his parents are the reason why she's the reason why his parents cut him off. I can absolutely see his parents giving him money to make her life miserable if she was to try to leave him. So I don't know how it's gonna work out. I don't know, but I do like the fact that Autumn came through and saw her. Well, she saw her at the store and met her at the makeup aisle because she knew that's where she would be. Why? Because she's always buying makeup. Because she always needs something to cover up her face, to cover up her bruises, to cover up her scars. So Autumn pretty much told her, call me, if you want to get, there's more than one way to get away. So she left, and Autumn did wind up coming to her house, and of course, asshole answered the door. He's like, "Who are you?" And she's like, "I'm her friend, you know." And she's like, "That's Autumn. She worked at the club with me." And so he was like, "Huh." He's like, "Yeah, I went to the Jackson outlet, and I couldn't help but to bring the baby something." So that's how she got in, and she was in there talking to Chrisean, and she basically, told her a story about a mother who had given birth and been abandoned by the father, and then how, but actually giving birth, made her happy, made her feel whole, made her feel like she had a family. And so when the hunter came, which was her ex that they killed last season, he basically made her life a living hell, but dressed it up with Yves Saint Laurent and, Louis, Christian Dior, whatever. He basically spoiled her with gifts, and she felt like that was cool because she was getting the things that she wanted out of the situation, but she wasn't really considering her child. And, as you know, the child wound up dying in the flood. And she said at the end of her story, she said, "Well, see, I could swim, but my baby could not." And she told her before she left, she said, she gave her a phone. That's what was in the bag. It was like a burner phone, like not an actual, she didn't put her on a plan or nothing. So she said, "Call me when you're ready to learn how to swim." I said, "Ooh, that's a line right there. That's a line. Write that down." Call me when you're ready to learn how to swim. Yes, because you got to get away from him, honey. He is going to kill you. He is absolutely going to kill you, especially if you have to keep going out there shaking your booty because he can't get a job. So I'm hoping she decides sooner than later to go ahead and get away from him. Now, we did see Lil Murda taking care of Clifford's grandmother because he had, I guess, to run out and do some things at the Pink or whatever. But Lil Murda cooked for her, smothered pork chops, candy yams, collard greens, cornbread. I mean, it was a whole spread. And he said, "It's a peach cobbler in the oven." I'm like, "Now you need to come over here and I buy you fry." I mean, what we doing? Seriously. So, I thought that was cute because she definitely ate good. And, she just, I don't know, he took good care of her. He took her blood sugar, he took her blood pressure and everything while Clifford was gone. And, they had a moment in the room. Of course, they always have to have a moment every other show. And, wind up doing it. But I think this time I fast forwarded it some because it's always a little extensive for me. But I did stop when it looked like they was talking, and it looked like, so I stopped and I called Uncle Clifford asking him, was he straight as far as not having no diseases? And he was like, "Yeah, plus I want to feel you inside of me." Ooh, so you a bottom too, Lil Murda. Top and bottom. Okay, so I mean, I didn't know. So it is what it is. So they are definitely back together, but that was kind of weird seeing Uncle Clifford, hover over him and being so much more, bigger and clearly stronger than Lil Murda because his legs was cut, baby. They were cut nice. Like, he be working out. Nice. And I was like, "Ooh, that big old leg on Lil Murda. I hope he can get from up under there because looks like pressure." Sam lying. I ain't lying. And so, I liked how in the beginning of the show, this episode, they kind of took us back in time for his grandmother, and we got to see her as like a showgirl at the Pink before the Pink became the Pink. When her, it was kind of sweet because if y'all didn't know that her role is played by Loretta Devine, and Loretta Devine has been a singer her whole life. Like, she actually played Effie White in the Broadway, show Dreamgirls, the original Effie White. And then, I know she played her, and Jennifer Holliday played her, but I don't know who played her first. I believe Loretta played her first, but you have to fact check me on that. But anyway, to see her singing and everything in her element, they kind of fixed her up like a Patti LaBelle. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the feel I got from her. But it was cute how, well, it was eerie, I'm going to say, how her daughter came out, you know, Uncle Clifford's mother, and offered her a drink, said, come on, it's time. Come on, relax. Come take this drink, you know. And she said, not yet, baby, not yet. Well, she wound up trying to take herself on down to the river. She said she needed to get some of that water on her. And I don't know if she wanted to be baptized or what, but she wanted to get the water on her because she said it's almost time to go. And Uncle Cliff was like, no, 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 no. But they called the ambulance. The ambulance came and got her and took her to the hospital. So I'm assuming she's going to be on a ventilator. And they're going to make us wait another week or two to see if she's going to be okay. But I think it's going to be very, very sad because LaMurda had developed an affinity for her as well. And that's going to be a lot of death that he's going to have to go through if something happens to her and she doesn't make it. Because she told Uncle Clifford she ain't coming back. She said, I ain't coming back here. I don't know. She real close to death, so I don't know. I don't know. We just going to have to say, I can't say yay or nay. I don't know. Because I feel like her character's pretty important. But at the end of the day, maybe she only signed up for 2 years and they had to kill her off. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't want to guess. Okay, and so we did see where Mercedes basically took Terica to Jackson, which is, I guess, where you go and get an abortion. And, you know, you had to see the lines with the people screaming, abortion is murder, Black Lives Matter, blah, blah, blah. Well, you guys don't care about life until after the baby's born. Once the baby's born, y'all don't care. Y'all couldn't care less because y'all do not care about life after it's born because y'all don't care about, y'all don't want no welfare programs. Forget if the child got enough nutrients. Y'all want to cut off everything. So it's all a fluke to me, but whatever. So she went and found out her option. She was 14 weeks pregnant. She's only 14 years old. But I guess in Mississippi, that's not too far along to be having an abortion because I guess 15 weeks is what a lot of states stop as. But I'm sorry, at 14 weeks, that is a whole baby. I ain't judging nobody, though. I mean, do what you do. But that's a whole baby. I'm just, do what you do. But, you know, Mercedes, you know, she saw her mother in herself because she had smacked Terica on the way, which I would have smacked her too because she had her messed up. Watch your mouth, little girl. Watch your mouth. Whatever the case was, you're still not going to sit here and disrespect me because you ran to me and nobody else with your pickle. So what you won't do is disrespect me and my vehicle. So I probably would have hit her too. I ain't going to hold you. She ain't hit her in the stomach, so whatever. But hopefully my daughter never tries me like that because I don't want to have to. You will not. Spoiled as she is. So, you know, she felt ambushed. She threw up and she said she didn't appreciate being ambushed. And they had a few moments. And at the end, you know, Mercedes the next day told her she had to choose. And she said, well, what do you think I should do? She said, you're going to make this decision on your own. She said, all I ever wanted for you was to have some choices in your life. Because Mercedes never had a choice. She got pregnant. Her mother found out. Her mother made her keep it. And her mother took the baby. But we got to see Patrice actually beating on her. Like, Patrice gonna send her over to get some money from the man across the restaurant because she peeped him peeping her daughter. And so she's like, can you go over there and do what you do? And she was like, nah, we good. And she pulled out her purse and her wallet. She had some money in there. Her mother was like, what you got? She's like, some money. She's like, what you do to get that money? She said, it came from my boyfriend. He takes care of me. Her mama wasn't having it. She beat her in front of all of those people, but didn't. But when you was the pimp, it was okay for her to go and do. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet because that's their business. You know, I don't like getting in the middle of family business, but y'all know that's hypocritical, though, right? It was cool for her to go and flirt with a stranger, but for her to have her own boyfriend giving her money, she beat her like she stole something. I was almost liking you, Patrice, but ooh, the more and more I see you, girl, I don't like you. So Mercedes saw that side of her coming out of her, and she's like, no, I'm not going to be there for my child. And she gave her the option. She said that we're going to touch Chucalissa or Jackson. because Jackson's where the abortion clinic is. They live in Chucalissa. And, you know, Terica was driving and she drove to Jackson. So I guess she decided to have an abortion. And of course, Mercedes was elated, but she wasn't going to make that decision for her. And I definitely love the fact that she didn't make the decision for her, but I'm not sure that I would have done the same thing. I'm sorry. No one told you to be having sex. No one, no one, no one. You're supposed to be old enough to decide if you want a baby. You don't even know what to do because you're only 14. Like she too up to mama because the mama was 16. So, you know, I can't wait to see where we turn out. Well, no, I can't say that. But, you know, and then I do want to talk a little bit about Autumn and that little short scene that she had with Uncle Clifford. And basically, I don't know what she's going to do. Do y'all think she should sell the pink and, you know, give him his portion of it, or keep the pink and, you know, keep tradition going? Because it's going to be something if they can't get that contract signed for the casino. That's going to be something totally different. But I hope Patrice Woodbine wins the election, only because I don't want the brother to win. We already know who he is, and I'm not with it. Cut it off. So we're just going to have to see how it turns out. And I will be back next week, baby. God willing. So again, if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button. And that is my $5.02. Peace.